What is up, hooligans? Happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. Appreciate all of you guys being here. It's Monday, right? I don't know what day it is. It feels like Monday with all these damn problems, but I don't know. I say that every day. If I could have one day without problems, it'll probably be the day I wake up dead, as old man Walter would phrase it. Anyways, Rumble's taking a shit today. I don't know exactly what's going on with that. I wonder if their server's being attacked. I also wonder if my server's being attacked, because it seems like my website's running slow and it shouldn't be. So I wonder how today will go. Either way, we're going to read through the schedule really quick, and then we're going to go ahead and flip through all the chats and see which ones are working and not working. Yeah, that's the plan. Alright, so we're going to be starting off with a video titled, "This is Not the End of the World," talking about old man Walter's birthdays today, I guess. He's 100,000 years old today, 100,000 million batrillion, and old man Walter math. I'll be surprised if we don't get in trouble for the video, because almost the whole subject about the video may or may not be against communist guidelines. We'll see how YouTube feels about all of this. But then we have a video titled, "This is Something Out of a Movie Script," talking about the lab they found in California. They found it months ago, but now they're starting to go through it and realize what is all there. The whole lab was funded by the CCP. The people running it were actual CCP people that came here illegally and all kinds of other stuff. They're just making terrible things right here in our own backyard. Nobody knows that it's happening because old man Walter just lets anybody enter the country. And then we have a video titled, kind of scary, not all subway riders on board with New York City's robot patrol. They got some pear-shaped robot on wheels in the subway of New York right now. It doesn't even say what it does. It looks like a mobile camera. It seems to be as tall as a person, as wide as a trash can. I think it has 360 cameras in it, and I don't know what it does. It doesn't show it moving around or anything. I don't know if it's a deterrent or it's practically a scarecrow in the subway, I guess. I don't know exactly what it's supposed to do other than being a deterrent, but we'll see how it goes. Then we have a video titled, "Pentagon Fails Audit for the 6th Year in a Row." I'm telling you, working in the government is the only job you can have where you can totally suck at your job and even get promotions and stuff for it. And the Pentagon's no exception. They don't know where our money's going. We have to pay taxes, but they don't know what they're doing with our tax money. It's just gone. There's no receipts. It's funny how that works. Then we have a video titled, "Governor Abbott Endorses President Trump as GOP Presidential Bid." Orange Eagle went to the border yesterday, went and hung out with Abbott. They fed our troops and the Border Patrol and all that stuff, which is really cool. We didn't cover it yesterday because I was trying to recharge my batteries and whatnot. Went on a walk and all that. Did my thing. Got the batteries recharged because I knew I'd be facing problems on Monday because that's how it goes. We'll be wrapping up this live with a video titled, "Musk Says X Will Sue Media Watchdog." These liberal, soft and stupid media people who love promoting fake news and stuff. We see it with President Trump all the time. Well, they're trying to pull that stuff on X, and Musk isn't going to let that slide. He's been, apparently this company or whatever has been spreading fake news, we'll just say, talking about how the X platform promotes white supreme pizza posting and things like that. And whatever, and because they're doing that, that's technically, defamation of character and things of that nature, misrepresenting a company or a brand. And so Musk is going to go after those people because you can't talk bad about him and let that slide. I don't know why Orange Eagle doesn't go after more people for defamation of character. He probably doesn't have enough time, and he has enough doll hairs. He probably doesn't need the little petty little dollars from those crybabies. But Musk, he ain't letting that slide. He's going after him. So we're going to read through the chat really quick, see what platforms are working, which ones are not working. And then we'll go ahead and get this started. What is up, everyone over on the website? All of you hooligans were first today. All of you guys, appreciate all of you being here. Let's read through. We got a full house. What's up, 10 Man? What's up, Astral Hammer? What's up, Hair Juicer? Happy freedom, you hooligans. What's up, Annette? Let's see, flipping through. I don't know if I want to call out the lurkers or not. What's up, Nefties? What's up, Sam? Appreciate you hooligans being here. What's up, Christy Star? Christy Star, do we gotta do something about your locals account? I don't even know what I can do, but if I need to get you a refund or something, I can work on that. It's whatever you want. Whatever you want. Let's see. What's up, everyone over on Rumble? If you can make it to Rumble. Even my thumbs up stuff isn't working. Rumble is having issues. 3 or 4 times while trying to create the live, I was getting those 500 errors, which is too many calls, too many call and response happening between the site and the server. It's getting a timed out error. So either their server's under attack or they're in the middle of an update that hasn't been fully implemented yet. It's one or the other. So it's gonna be bumpy over on Rumble today, I could tell. Serum Rumble has been shit since yesterday. Oh, so this started yesterday. See, I wasn't on Rumble yesterday. Well, we'll see what happens. Hopefully they're implementing an update and not just fighting off cyber terrorism. We'll see how it goes. TJ, Peter's in the room. Are you going to show KJP? No, I'm not. I didn't see Peter in the room. I watched the first half of the press briefing. I didn't even see Peter there. So he either showed up late or you're watching something else. But no, we're not showing that stuff today. It's got to be half over by now. We were just too late to show it. I was considering showing it, but I'm running late. Platforms aren't working. Servers are going down. There's all kinds of problems today, so now we're not showing it today. Maybe tomorrow. I think today is the first day she's been on since they were considering changing her salary to $1. So, I mean, I would like to know how she feels about that, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. What's up, Quake? Happy freedom. What's up, Joe? Appreciate you being here. What's up, Speedy Girl? What's up, Free Mind Art? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Hopefully we're running over here on Odyssey. Oh yeah, we're looking good. What's up, everyone over on Odyssey? What's up, Snooks? Happy freedom. What's up, everyone over here on Kick? What's up, Tom Tom? Appreciate you being here. Happy freedom. What's up, everyone over on Twitch? What's up, Zero? What's up, Dish Lady? Happy freedom. Appreciate all of you hooligans being here. Let's see, what do we got going on here? And what is up, everyone over on GoofTube? I know everybody's going to be using GoofTube today because Rumble is broken. I hate that because I can't stand YouTube. So what I'm going to do... Copy link address. There we go. So I'm going to post the link to join Gilded at the top of YouTube because I want all of you guys to join Gilded. Normally I send you over to Rumble, but Rumble's broken today, and I'm not going to send you to the website because I'm going to need you to forfeit 10 doll hairs to watch the live, and I know all of you guys don't have 10 doll hairs for that, so I'll just suggest that you join Gilded. What's up, no mandates? Happy freedom. Yeah, it is CommuTube. It really is. What's up, Gregory? What's up, Shanti? What's up, Southern Grits? What's up, Agnes? What's up, Crazy Hillbilly? What's up, American Patriotism? What's up, Jerry? What's up, Lifelike? Happy freedom, all of you hooligans. What's up, Larry and Maddie? What's up, Miss Jamie? What's up, Kevin? Happy freedom. What's up, Combat Vet? What's up, Jeb? Oh, somebody's beeping outside my door. What's up, Lenny? You guys hear the mailman? Oh, speaking of that, huge shout out to Donna Sparks sending me a copy of The Sound of Freedom. Obviously, I haven't seen it yet, still in the plastic, but sometime this week I will get to see it, which is pretty cool. I have not seen it yet. I wanted to see it. Now I'm trying to like delegate my day when I'm going to watch it, because I have a feeling that by the time I get done watching it, I'm going to be all riled up. I'm going to be in some type of mood. I'm going to go want to save the children out there. And so I'm trying to delegate when I'm going to watch this. I might wait till the end of the week when I have a day off so I can handle that appropriately. But huge shout out to Don Sparks. Thank you, Don Sparks, for sending that to me. I appreciate you. What's up, Jet Lag? What's up? What's up, everyone over on GoofTube? Falling behind here. Let's see. Christy Star, yeah, I'll try and figure it out after the live. See what I can do about locals. All right, hooligans, we're going to get this started. We're starting off with this first video titled, "This is Not the End of the World." It's old man Walter's birthday today. He's the only person that has a birthday that I don't give a shit about. It's probably a letdown. Normally I'm like, it's your birthday, because I love birthdays. But old man Walter, fuck that guy. Anyways, I want to remind you guys, go get you a Pro 2A shirt. Let everybody know you're not forfeiting your firearms no matter what. You rock these in those scared and soft places like California and stuff. People are going to really love you. We got this in t-shirts for men and women. If you don't fall in those categories, we don't have clothes for you. We got t-shirts, tank tops, pullover hoodies, zipper hoodies, coffee mugs, stickers, all the good stuff. Definitely go check it out. And if that's too spicy for you, which it may be, you can't go wrong with Screaming Goat. Everybody loves Screaming Goat. Again, we have it in all kinds of different items and whatnot. We got more designs than that. This is our original Pro 2A design, but I will drop the link in the chat so you guys can go see all the cool designs we have on the merch store while we're watching this first video.
So today is President Biden's 81st birthday, and his age could be a concern for voters as he's slipping in the polls.
I have not heard this. Peter Ducey joins us with the details. Peter.
In the 2 weeks since I asked President Biden why he's trailing Trump in all these battleground state polls, and President Biden told me I was reading the polls wrong, the polls have continued trending away from him. Just look at this one. An NBC News hypothetical head-to-head with Trump and Biden has Biden down by 2. Then you look at the presidential preference among voters aged 18 to 34. Trump is leading Biden 46 to 42. And then Biden's job approval among independents down at just 30%. The disapproval number 63% in that NBC poll. We know that in a variety of polls, roughly 3/4 of voters have cited President Biden's age as a problem for them. And it's a problem that just got worse. Today is his 81st birthday. The year he was born, World War II was happening, Casablanca was premiering. The average price of a home, $3,770. That's it. The average price of a gallon of gas, 20 cents. It's also the same year White Christmas by Bing Crosby debuted. The former Obama election guru David Axelrod has been warning President Biden's age is a legitimate problem for Democrats for months. And now President Biden is reportedly referring to Axelrod, a man who helped get him elected vice president, as an expletive. And so the Axelrod response in the New York Times, "I don't care about them thinking I am a expletive. That's fine. I hope they don't think the polls are wrong, because they are not." And as somebody who has been called an expletive by this president, not the end of the world. Back to you.
Famously, the president called you an inappropriate name that really made your mother very, very angry. Peter, it was brilliant in putting together what happened the year that Joe Biden was born, because that was a long time ago.
Gas for 20 cents?
Yeah, and especially now, young voters who hear him talk a lot about the good old days are the ones who are struggling to buy a house because things are expensive.
Or struggling
Interest
to put
rates
gas
are
in
a
our
lot.
cars.
And then we got color television.
Well, and so there are a number of write-ups today where it's talking about how President Biden talks so much about things that young voters, basically people who are not in their 80s, have a hard time connecting with, and that would be a big part of the reason why.
All right. Are they going to wheel out a big cake? Is everybody going to sing to him today? And then he's going to go pardon the turkey.
He's got to go pardon the turkeys, and then he is hitting the road for a week in Nantucket.
Right. Needs to relax.
Celebrate.
Thanks so much.
You know, lots of boxes.
The Wall Street Journal says, given Biden's age and obvious decline, running for re-election is an act of profound selfishness. He's selfish. That's why his family this weekend should say, you know, Uncle Joe, time to go. See, you're suggesting an intervention. Yeah. Well, here's the problem with the Biden family. They love being the first family. They're good at interventions, I imagine. They probably tried that quite a few times with other members. And the people around him love being friends with the president. Unfortunately, you look at him, and it's like, Is he really the best we got? Don't worry, Kamala's there in case of emergency.
It sounds like a repeat, though, of Barack Obama telling him in 2016, Joe, you really don't have to do this.
Yeah, because he picked Hillary.
How about our president has to have a bubble wrap strategy? It's being reported that there's a bubble wrap strategy to make sure he doesn't fall.
Right. Well, that's good. One fall and he's out.
He'll look like the Michelin Man.
Right.
Wrap him with bubble wrap.
What a great invention bubble wrap was, though, right? Or else we'd stuck with those little styrofoam things. But thank goodness we had a scientist working on this.
Invented by a guy in New Jersey.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, his uncle invented camouflage.
That's right. Well, we're pursuing that.
Yeah.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian.
They totally ran that video into the ground at the end there. Like hardcore. If you get people talking over each other, you got too many people in the room. I don't know why those news company, whatever, who put that shit together, I don't know why they don't realize that. It is not enjoyable to watch when you got 6 people talking all over each other. You don't know what the hell's being said, especially when they're trying to be funny. You can't even hear the punchlines. You're not hearing anybody landing jokes, because anytime there's a break in a sentence, somebody else jumps in and they gotta mumble some stupid shit on top of it. I don't know why they do that. They're not funny, they just look cringy. Anyways, it's old man Walter's birthday. Like I said, hopefully we don't get in trouble for playing that video, because to the average viewer that really seemed not that very informative. But to YouTube, we're questioning whether or not he is fit for the job, and so we're not allowed to talk about his age with his name specifically, but we could talk about how old man Walter is. He's old as shit. Shouldn't be doing what he's doing, because YouTube don't know what we're talking about. That's why we can talk about it like that. Anyways, yeah, I see over here on the website Astro Hammer, they're all acting surprised on how old man Walter is, and they're happy to discuss it. Yeah, like this hasn't been an ongoing topic for years now, a couple years, and it's not his age that's really got everybody talking. It's the cognitive ability or the lack of. And that's why people bring up his age. But that's why I think it's funny that YouTube changed the community guidelines so you could talk sort of. You can lightly touch on what happened in 2020 with the election and all that. But that was in exchange for no longer being able to talk about who is too old and who is not too old to be over on Capitol Hill. Not allowed to talk about that anymore over on GoofTube. So it's not a whole lot I could say about it, but tis what it is. I don't think anybody's expecting old man Walter to do anything special, and if he wins in 2024, I don't know. I don't think people are going to be okay with that. There's a lot of people that think we aren't going to make it to 2024 with the way the economy's going, so I don't know. I would hate to see him win just because of the blowback. Well, not just because of that, but up front, I don't want to deal with the blowback. I think if anything is going to cause people to spiral, it'd be another 4 years of old man Walter. You're going to see people deleting themselves left and right. You're going to see crime go up exponentially, even more than it already has. I already know. Happy Freedom, Sam. Appreciate being here. What's up, Cassandra? What's up, Donna Sparks? Happy Freedom, you hooligans. We're going to read through the chat really quick before moving forward. This next one is talking about the lab in California, the CCP lab of diseases and crap that they were making. Throughout that video, they're like, how could this happen? Blah, blah. And it's like, if they were cooking meth in that lab, that stuff would be overlooked every day in California. But because they were forming disease and stuff, they were trying to make their own CDC right there. They're like, oh no, this is terrible. Like, yeah, no wonder. Like, no wonder. You guys are so accepting of drug problems in California that, oh wow, this lab's not making meth. They got the plague over here. Free Mind Art, where is everyone? Rumble's not doing well. Rumble's not doing well, so people are not over there. Serum over on Odyssey. Snooks, why haven't you found me yet? You guys crack me up. Serum, you're everywhere. I didn't even know you were on Kick. Cash flow. If old man Walter gets another 4 years, we'll be a communist country. Yeah, Well, I mean, we kind of are. It's like we just haven't met face to face with it yet. It's wandering around in the room, and we know that. There's not a whole lot we could do about it without drawing a line in the sand. So we just haven't really come face to face yet. We're there, though. We're there. Thank you so much, Mr. Beansy Beans, for gifting a sub over on Twitch. I appreciate you, Mr. Beansy Beans. Thank you. Yes. Everywhere else is getting an influx right now because Rumble's down. I thought about not even going live on YouTube because I figured everybody would flock back there. That's why I don't apply for monetization again. It's because I don't want everybody to go back to YouTube. YouTube sucks. We need to get used to living without it. Like we really do. We really do. What's up, Seppa? Happy Freedom. What's up, Starbird? Mr. Beansy Beans, you having internet issues right now? It seems like we're all having stuff going on right now. The internet is just sucking today. In a bad way. Karaticus, he's Z's right hand. Yeah. Old man Walter is dictator she's little girlfriend. I don't know that. Doesn't. Yeah, Rumble's. I think they're being attacked. That's what I think's going on. Because if it was an update, I don't think it'd be lingering around from yesterday. I feel like it would have been done. You know, we would have woke up today with a brand new Rumble. But if these problems have been lasting since yesterday, I wonder if they're being hit with DDoS attacks. The cybercrime stuff is out of hand. Like, somebody needs to do something about it. We need to, like, shut the internet off for a day or two or something, because cybercrime is ridiculous. There's nothing worse than being hunted by ghosts. Trust me, they just took $700 from me, and I can't even do anything about it. I gotta just sit here and take that. It's nothing like being hungry and then watching doll hairs leave the bank account thanks to cyber criminals. Like, it sucks. What's up, Damon Walker? Happy Freedom. Yeah, we don't need no censorship. Daryl, but YouTube loves us. They don't love me. They don't love me. They love me like Tina Turner. They want me drugged up and getting my ass beat every day. That's what they want. They want me crying and begging them. Please, let me get out here and sing and dance a little bit, YouTube, please. They're like, no, fuck you, hooligan. That's alright. We're gonna move forward. This next one's titled, "This is like something straight out of a movie script." Finding CCP labs in California. This is just the one we found. I imagine there's tons of these all over the country. They're going to develop the next plague, and then they'll blame it on us because it will be launched from here. Watch it happen. Let's get it started.
As President Biden met with Communist Chinese President Xi in San Francisco last week, we learned about pathogens labeled HIV and Ebola that were found inside of a secret illegal Chinese-owned biolab in California. This illegal Chinese immigrant pleaded guilty for mislabeling medical products after the feds raided his lab filled with these deadly viruses. And now Congress members, including our next guest, are accusing the CDC and the FDA of not regulating private labs. GOP Congresswoman Ashley Hinson sits on the committee focusing on the Chinese Communist Party, and she joins us now. Congresswoman, so great to have you on. What a troubling story. I mean, what do you think is happening here? Because apparently this is a Chinese citizen, a fugitive with links to the military in a secret lab with all these deadly pathogens.
Right, Rachel. It reads like a movie script and a horror movie script. That when you detail all of those things that were missed. And I think the most troubling thing is you mentioned the fact that he was able to obtain these pathogens. We want to know how he was able to obtain these pathogens. How was he able to get away with running a lab, getting millions of dollars sent to him from the Chinese Communist Party, and then obviously coming into our country, stealing American intellectual property. This is a man who truly was working for the Chinese Communist Party and had the intent of defeating the American aggressor. That's what he called it. So we have some real questions as a committee here. The FBI and the CDC really dropped the ball here in terms of investigating not only this illegal lab, but now we wonder how many more labs like this exist in the country. So clearly we have some work to do to make sure we're prepared, because we know China is doing everything they can to constantly undermine us. And this is just one of the ways they're doing that.
This is terrifying. By the way, we've had 22,000 Chinese citizens that we know of illegally come across our border. And, you know, they can't just leave their country, right? They're clearly here with permission from the country. Are they creating these kinds of labs and sitting here waiting to get orders from the Chinese communist government? What is happening? And why are we treating Xi as a dignitary when he has his citizens here, putting our own citizens in lethal danger?
Right. Well, it's a true slap in the face to Americans. Number one, the Newsom administration and the Biden administration really rolled out the red carpet for President Xi. A genocidal dictator came to town. They cleaned up San Francisco, did a parade that was fitting for a hero's welcome, and then hosted him as a guest of honor at a bougie dinner. Meanwhile, in Reedley, California, we're busting an illegal biolab. So again, our committee is going to be diving into this. We've issued a report specifically on the Reedley lab about the failures from the FBI and the CDC and what needs to happen going forward. But at this point, we do have more questions than answers. They had over 1,000 mice that were designed to transmit COVID. So this administration needs to hold China accountable for its role in spreading COVID around the world. And it's very clear of their intention here, Rachel, which was to do more damage to our country. They want to be the dominant military, economic, socio-superpower by 2049. Again, they continue to try to undermine us, not only by stealing our intellectual property, but by trying to hurt Americans.
I'm just thinking, this was in California just last week. The whole state was blanketed with Chinese flags for Xi's entrance into San Francisco. Do you feel like our government, as this story came to you, do you feel like the government is like getting into action? I mean, I have to believe that Joe Biden knew about this lab when he, you know, greeted Xi last week.
Yes. Well, and I think it's very concerning. Clearly, we have moved from strategic competition with China to diplomatic appeasement. When you roll out the red carpet without any accountability for, let's say, not only a biolab, but illegal maneuvers against American military in our territory, in international waters. They opened a Chinese police station in New York City to try to harass Chinese American citizens. They flew a balloon across our country. So all of these things we need accountability for, and we have to start taking China very seriously, not only on what they're saying, but what they're doing here. So I'm asking the Biden administration to be strong, because strength is what dictators and bullies respond to.
Yeah, well, Chinese would never let this happen in their own country, just not showing respect for ourselves. Congresswoman, thank you for joining us. I hope you stay on this story. It's just so important. Thank you.
Thanks, Rachel.
That lady sounds so stupid. It's not her fault. I'm sure she had good intentions. She's trying to be a professional. But to say, oh, I'm asking the old man Walter administration to be strong, because if it's anything that dictators respect, it's strength. That guy's serving soft stools every day, every hour, on the hour. He's not strong at all. He has a weak bladder. That guy is the epitome of weakness. You're asking the wrong guy. You're asking the wrong guy. You better call the Orange Eagle. You want strength in the office, you better call the Orange Eagle. Yep, they're all so surprised. Oh my God, can't believe we found this lab. You think that's the only one? That place was in a populated area. When they found that, and that was breaking news, they got buried in a heartbeat. I can't remember what buried it. It was probably a Trump indictment that got it all kicked under the rug. But it was like an industrial area where there's like all kinds of factory buildings and stuff. It was like in the middle of town where they found this lab. And I can't remember how they found it. They stumbled across it on accident. There was like complaints of something not being up to date or upkept or something. And so they went there to audit it or something along those lines. And accidentally found a manufactured CDC center by some CCP people. There's all kinds of acronyms right there. And they're like, oh my, what did we find? Think about the places out in the woods. Like where I live, you don't know what's going on these properties out here. There's 50 acres, 100 acres, tree lines, hunting property. You're not out there wandering around somebody else's property, because they'll just shoot you and leave you there for the coyotes. Like, what makes you think they're not out here? That they're not in any of these rural areas across our country? It's doing the same thing. I mean, to get a pool barn and a slab of concrete laid, I bet it's like eight grand, 10 grand. And now you got a whole facility to do whatever you want. You order crap off Amazon and everything else, have the CCP foot in the bill, so it looks like China's buying this product. It's just being shipped to a location in America. Like, it doesn't seem like it would be that difficult for them to do that. The difficult part would be coming here illegally. Oh, wait, old man Walter made that easier than going through the drive-thru at McDonald's. So I guess they got all the ingredients they need to just really try and bury us, building chemicals and diseases and bioweapons here in our home. Like, it's no good. It's no good. And how are they supposed to track it? That's the whole reason why we got the closed border, so we don't have to figure stuff like that out. Because you know what could happen one day is they could just go house to house. Maybe they are doing that. Maybe this is controlled opposition. Maybe they want a reason to go house to house. Oh, just got to check and make sure everybody here is supposed to be here. We want to make sure we don't have any illegal CCP people here building meth labs and stuff. Then come check on all of us. See what we got going on. Just like our phones and stuff. We got hit with 911 that one day we're not supposed to forget, but we're also not allowed to talk about it on YouTube. That happened to all of us, right? Terrorist hit, big deal. Everybody was like, holy shit, we can't go through another one of those. What happened? Well, now NSA comes out and says, yeah, we listen to your phone calls. We watch you on your cameras. We spy on you every chance we can. But it's for your own safety. It's for the greater good. We're stepping on your right to privacy because we're going to keep you safe at night. Well, who's to say they're not going to use this to do more of that? Oh, we got dictator ran crazies coming across the border. Now we have a reason to go house to house and check on every American just to make sure it's not some sort of Chinese meth lab going on, some sort of bioweapon making facility. And really it's just more of our freedoms being stepped on. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how far down the road we get before that flash in the sky that turns us into permanent shadows on the ground. I'm telling you, you gotta practice your pose now, so when you get your flash on the ground and they come find your shadow, you're at least making somebody laugh. That's my goal. That's my goal. I'm gonna be doing something hilarious. They're gonna be like, this has got to be Jeff Mac's shadow burned into the surface of the planet. And you're gonna be like, what's the size of that package? Anyways, reading through. Who just posted this? Oh, Annette. Powers of the dark world and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. Yep, that's what it is. It's all good versus evil. And people are blatantly evil nowadays. They're not ashamed at all. March around naked. Right through downtown. This next one we're going to cover is talking about how the subway in New York has robot police. I don't know what it does. See if you can figure out what they did when we watch this video. Because I didn't notice them actually say anything other than this large just tin can over here is a police bot. And then they walk around and go, what do you guys think of the police bot? And they go, I don't really know. It's a big can with cameras. And that's it. They don't even tell you what it does. We'll be covering that in just a second. Christy Star, I'm just going to delete Rumble. Your site is the best. Well, I'm glad you did get over here, Christy Star. We'll get everything figured out after the live. I'll get your locals figured out and everything. I don't know what all I will be able to do for you as far as like handling your account, but I'll see what I can do, and any advice that I have that I'm not able to implement myself, I will write you on Gilded, Christy Star, and we'll get this figured out. Let's see. Let's read through the chat. And we put a lab in China and one in the blue and yellow country, so it's retaliation from China to us, or actually more like our deep state CIA. It's hard to say. It's hard to say what the reality of the situation is, because we're all getting secondhand information, but I feel like we won't really know until more of the path is revealed. So either they'll find more labs like this in other places, because I mean, California, that's not the only big city, right? And that's not really that close to the border. So The chance that only one person got through on the mission, or one team of people got through on this mission, and they just happened to go to California and set up base, $1 million facility. And that's all that happened? And the border's been open for 3 years? Right? That's 1,000 days. 1,000 days plus. To go invade the country, set up $1 million CDC home rig, and start developing diseases and bioweapons. God only knows what else they're doing. I highly doubt that's the only group that came across in the last 1,000 days. I highly doubt it. Especially if they were that successful. You saw the room. You saw the facility they had. I mean, they were able to do more than cooking meth in there. Like that's a big facility. 1,000 days is a long time to set up shop. That's proper opportunity to have more than one cell happen. So I feel like either we're going to come across more of these labs, and it's going to be obvious that we're on the brink of getting hit with some big bad thing from China, or they'll tell us a story. They'll narrate a story for us to guide us down a separate path. I feel it's going to be one or the other. We're going to figure it out, though. We'll keep our eyes on it. Like I said, they found this lab months ago. I think that we were waiting for the snow to melt when they had found the lab originally. It was April or May or something like that. So that means that when the dictator was here last weekend, or whenever he was here, I guess not last weekend, that'd be yesterday, but whenever the hell he was here a week ago, they all knew about this stuff. So not only was he coming here just to make sure that all the fentanyl is just rotting America away, but he came here knowing that he's got CCP agents here making terrible labs and stuff in our country. And he's just over here smiling, benefiting from our tax dollars, paving the way for him to go hang out with people, paying for him to eat food, paying for him to stay in the hotels and all this kind of crap, paying for security. He had a Secret Service with him that gets paid with our money. It's like, no good. Meanwhile, they're building labs and hitting us with plagues and all this. It's just, I don't know. How much are we supposed to let it slide? Chinese spy balloons and all this? How long? I don't know. Old man Walter's compromised. It's obvious. No regular ass American would take shit like this. So why is the guy in the main office doing it? You could take the average American that don't have shit and treat them this way and they would not take it. You'd get punched in the face behaving like China. So why is it the guy running the country is over here getting molested by the CCP and he's just got a big grin on his face? It's because he's got to be compromised. That's all there is to it. He's got to be compromised. What's up, Disco? Happy freedom. I wish Rumble wasn't taking a crap today. What's up, Iceburn? Happy freedom. The anti-bonk helmet. I appreciate you being here, Iceburn. What's up, Resistance? YouTube is asshole. Appreciate you being here. Over on Odyssey. Snooks, you crack me up. It's flipping through really quick. What's up, Soul For Real? Happy freedom. I'm trying to think. I heard something about the blue and yellow country today. I think they're getting more money. I can't remember exactly. I skimmed across something when I was setting up the live. I kind of want to say that they're getting more money. They're about to get another check. They were hurt. They were feeling real bad because they thought the Middle East was our new favorite and that we weren't going to be paying for the blue and yellow stuff they got going on. When was the last time anyone said Russia? It's like it's not even happening. So I think they were crying really hard. They thought Daddy didn't love them anymore. And so I'm pretty sure we're about to send them another check. I'd rather not, but I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. Robert, China Joe. Yep. You're not wrong. Mindhunter, Rumble is the future. I think so. They're just going through a shit day. And it happens, but people are really reclusive. Like as soon as something goes left, they just drop everything and go back and hug onto CommuTube as a safety blanket, and I wish it wasn't that way. But it is. But I think no matter what, I think as long as Rumble keeps improving things and YouTube continues to move deeper into communism, I think eventually it will all work itself out and people will give Rumble the attention it deserves. we had high hopes for Odyssey, but they kind of just stopped doing updates. And I kind of think it's the LBRY credit situation that they had that I think stuck them in the ground. Because they were a part of LBRY, which I don't really know a whole lot about that. I think that's what it used to be called before it was called Odyssey. They like branched off and made their own sector, Odyssey, that was supposed to be uncensored live streaming and video upload, blah blah. Then they just kind of died out, like stopped doing promotion and all that stuff. And then last I heard, they were trying to break away from the LBRY credits for one reason or another, and they were trying to get that wrapped up. And then they were talking about a new update that was going to revamp the whole platform. And then it's been radio silence ever since. And I don't know what's happening. I don't know. Hopefully they progress. We need more platforms that are standing against communism. We'll see. We'll see who's here for the long haul this next year, because it seems to happen every election year. Like all these platforms just popped up during 2020. They all popped up. I started getting censored on YouTube. We started trying out these new platforms. Censorship started cracking down, and then these platforms started disappearing and stuff because the government will hit them up with those letters, like Rumble's been showing, those emails and stuff saying, hey, censor this guy, censor that guy, take this video down, this, that, and the other. You need to crack down on your users and whatever. Remember, was it Getter? I think it was Getter. Everybody flocked to Getter. We're like, oh yeah, we need a free speech social media platform because Facebook's banning everyone. Everybody went to Getter, and then J6 happened, and then they threatened to close down Getter because they weren't censoring their users. Getter claim they weren't going to comply. Apple Store banned them, Google Play Store banned them, so then you couldn't download the app anymore. Then you weren't able to access the website. Then they took their data, they forfeited it to the federal government. The federal government used the ping signals from the logins to go and arrest all the J6ers. They wouldn't have even been able to get most of those J6ers if they would have never retained the data from Getter. That data is what got all the J6ers, because everybody went to Getter thinking it was a free speech platform, but really it was a phishing opportunity for data that ended up being forfeited over the federal government anyways. And so we'll see, because now we got another primary coming up. We're going to see these companies stand up and say, oh no, come over here, we're not going to censor you. And we'll get about 6 months into the election year, and we'll see platforms start dropping left and right. We'll see people rolling over on their users, forfeiting their data to whoever the highest bidder. We'll see platforms start censoring and suspending and giving strikes and doing things like that as soon as the government applies enough pressure. And we'll see who folds and who don't. Because Rumble hasn't been folding, and they've been banned in certain countries, like in Germany and stuff like that. You can't even go on Rumble. You got to use a VPN and stuff. And things change. Sometimes they let them through, sometimes they don't. But like the UK was just threatening to ban Rumble over the stupid Russell Brand stuff. Russell Brand had somebody call I don't even think they called the police. I think they just pointed fingers and made a public accusation against him for some sort of inappropriate assault or something. I don't know a whole lot about it. But the big wigs that run all social media, they decided that Russell Brand should be canceled, that he shouldn't be allowed to have a platform. So they keep putting pressure on Rumble saying, we're going to ban your whole platform if you don't censor this one person. And Rumble's been posting those emails on Twitter and been like, no, we're not going to censor anybody. Like, you guys see the pressure we're getting right now? We're standing up for you. And so since Rumble's been acting like that, I've been supporting them big time. But these other platforms, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Because either they'll stand up for their users and, not have complete censorship going on. You got to have structure. There's going to be community guidelines. You'll never outrun that. But the censorship doesn't have to be there. Using vague terms to give special treatment to certain users versus other users, which is exactly what YouTube does, is wrong. It's actual discrimination. That's what it is. On top of silencing your free speech, it's discrimination, because they decide who gets suspended and who doesn't based off how they're feeling that day, not off the vague terms that they list. So we'll see. We'll see. Over the next year, we're going to see who's going to stand tall and shine bright and who's going to eat shit and roll over on their users. We will see. Mindhunter, it's not hard to set up a server. It's not hard to set up a server. It's hard to keep it protected. That's the problem I'm seeing a lot of people experience right now, is keeping it protected. Speed Girl. Oh, it was Parler. Yeah, that's what it was. It was Parler, not Getter. It was Parler. Is Parler even around? Because I thought they came back, and I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to be a part of it. Yeah, I think it was Parler. But either way, we'll see how it rolls. See how it rolls. All right, hooligans, we're going to move on to this next one. This is some goofy stuff. It's titled Kind of Scary. Not all subway riders on board with New York City's robot patrol. They had some Boston Dynamics four-legged robot things they were using for a minute there. I don't know what happened to that. I thought that's what this was going to be about, but this bot is something else, and I don't know what it does. It's just like a over-glorified trash can with cameras set on it, from what I can tell. You let me know.
Prostitute.
Meet George Jetson.
I feel safer because I think any more technology is better.
Little.
No, because I prefer for cops that are actual humans to be in the area.
I think there's a chance it'll make it safer, sure.
No. At this point, I'm not sure just because I haven't really been able to see it in action.
It's exciting. I think the more we can use technology in our everyday lives, the better.
I guess it makes me feel a little bit more safe at night as somebody who's not from here, like to know like there's something kind of watching over.
It's going that way anyway, regardless. There's cameras everywhere and they're monitoring you, so it's just another add-on to the crime prevention.
Whatever they can do to make us safer, and come on, look at the robot. You know, it's like a from Doctor Who, something from Doctor Who.
A big kind of different.
I think it's cute.
It definitely makes me feel a bit safer knowing that there's another set of eyes around. Also, it looks fairly robust, so that helps too, in case of any, suspicious activity that people might be deterred.
I don't know how it would make me feel safe because I'm not sure what type of, attack it would have.
I don't think robotics has advanced far enough yet. We're still running people over with autonomously driven vehicles.
I keep wondering what's going to happen with all the stairs and how he's going to react to all the stairs that are available in Times Square, because as you can see, there's stairs pretty much everywhere in the station.
I think it will help safety. Do you know that there's people that throw...
Is that Pauly Shore?
Mentally ill people that throw other passengers on the trails. Like, and the cops are not always there, so I'm sure that, the robot is going to be able to somehow, keep things under control.
I don't travel the subway when there's trouble, right? So I'm a mainstreamer. But if it were 11 o'clock at night, I'd love to see a couple of cops on the platform.
I've felt safe. I've been here for 5 days now, and I've felt safe. And there's so many demands on people to find more employees that anything to help the NYPD has got to be a plus.
Technology can always malfunction. And so to rely on a piece of technology to keep a human safe, if you come in contact with another human who doesn't have good intentions, it's kind of scary.
I don't know if I feel safe in either situation, but I do know, I don't know if people sometimes find a way around technology sometimes and things like that.
Well, the problem with the robotics is they can't really differentiate between the bad people and the good people. But if I have a shirt on that says kill everyone and I'm holding an AR-15, I'm not sure it can recognize that's a problem.
I think that they should implement more cops that are humans more citywide if they have the resources to do that. I think this is like a camera. Like, it helps to have a camera taking footage of things that are happening, but again, it'd be more helpful for me, and I'd feel more safe if there was an actual human.
Someday, artificial intelligence and robotics will keep us all safe, but we're not there yet.
So they don't even tell you what it does. Like, they don't. Is it a sham? Is it just a deterrent? Like, that's what I keep saying. How is it any different than having a scarecrow out in the field? Like, what does it do? They didn't show it moving around, and then they also pointed out that there's stairs everywhere, so how is it going to navigate the stairs? And then if it was witnessing a crime, what is it going to do? Flash its lights? Run the bad guy over? Like, what's it going to do? I don't understand. If anything, this just kind of feels like they're trying to either cover up that they don't have enough cops, and so instead of showing lack of police force, they just start putting these robots out here as like assistant officers. Or are they really just is this part of their budget cut that Adams is continuously talking about, that they're gonna have to cut budget resources to allocate the funds to provide resources to the border crossers that are there? So is this a part of the budget cut? They're laying officers off, but then they're putting trash cans with cameras up that are painted like cops, hoping that does something. Because I still don't understand, what does it do? What does it do? Because they're like, well, yeah, it has cameras, it's more eyes on what's going on, but then they show cameras in the ceiling. So what does it do? What is it adding? What's the extra layer of security here that's being added by the officer trash can over there? Like, I just don't understand what that does. And then the one lady, she's super optimistic. Its big, robust size will maybe play as a deterrent. A deterrent of what? What does it do? I don't think it does anything. And I think the people who are riding the subway at night, who are beating women until they go blind, like we've covered, I'm pretty sure they're not scared of the trash can with cameras in it. Like, they're not scared of the cameras that are up on in the ceiling and stuff. So what is it going to do? Even if it does wander over there flashing its lights, what is that going to do? And even if you caught the face on camera of the person doing something wrong, what's the prosecutor going to do? Nothing. They're going to let the criminals go. They already let the criminals go. So what does the robot do? Sounds like a waste of money to me. Hair juice, or just throw a sheet over it. I'm saying it's getting defeated by less than a magnet at this point. I'm surprised. Like, you would think they'd just go up there and spray paint the cameras on it. They just walk right up to it, spray paint it all the way around. Now it's blind. Now what? They defeated the robot. Like, it's so stupid. I don't know. We just need more good guys with guns. That's all we need. That's what we need. Clear this out. Stupid robots. I don't think that's the answer. It's a waste. It's weird that New York is doing so much weird stuff. They had the four-legged Boston Dynamic robots that were patrolling earlier this year. They were testing that out to see how locals would deal with the situation. They did something similar in California where they had like little mobile trash cans, like these block units on wheels that run around, and I don't know what they do. I think they're surveillance. But New York did the four-legged dog thing that wanders around. I don't know what happened with that. They must have stopped doing that. Then a month or two ago, they said that they're going to have drone surveillance over a holiday weekend. I don't know if it was Memorial Day or Labor Day or whatever just happened. They said that they put drones in the sky to monitor the backyards of Americans to make sure nothing bad was happening. Like, okay, so now we got drone surveillance. They're also talking about investing hundreds of millions of dollars to have a regular drone surveillance system where the drones will be on like docks on the top of the police stations, and then when something happens, the drones will respond first to the 911 call, and then they'll monitor the situation until the officer gets there. So they're investing in that. We just covered that a month ago or something. It was a couple months ago. And so now they got the big trash can with cameras, but they're not cracking down on crime. We have yet to cover a video or an article talking about how New York's crime is dying down. That's not a thing that's happening. It's only getting worse there. The only person they try and prosecute is Donald Trump. That's it. Otherwise, they don't go after anybody in New York. So why are they doing all this experimentation with the law and trying to counter crime so unsuccessfully? At the same time, they can't get any officers to sign up. There's nobody joining the police force because it's been so demonized over the last few years. And then all you see is the bad guys getting away with everything. So why would you even want to be a cop if you can't even arrest the bad guys? That's the whole part of being a cop. Like, that's the whole deal. And that's the one thing you can't do. So who wants to be a cop? Doesn't make any sense. The military's going through the same thing. People want to fight and be a bunch of badasses. Well, the military doesn't want that. They want you walking around with zipper tits now. And so People are like, well, I don't want that. I want to sign up to defend the country and to fight for freedom, not to have tax dollars put a new set of tits on me and for me to march around in a dress. And so now people aren't joining the military either. And it's like, don't think robots are going to fix these problems. I just don't think so. I'm going to read over it really quick before moving on to this next one. This next one is Pentagon failing an audit. And it looks like one of those blow-up punching toys. It does. It does. It looks like a toy. It looks like one of those machines you put a couple pennies in and then you can ride it for about 10 seconds, 30 seconds. Sam, what's wrong with an AR-15? Nothing. Nothing. Unless it's out of ammo. 10-man, wait till it breaks out a couple 50 cals. And so it does, it just drops the shield out front, just pulls out machine guns. Just mowing them down. It's there to protect and serve. Cassandra, isn't Parler owned by Candace Owens' husband? I don't know. I haven't heard that. I haven't heard that. I haven't heard anything about Parler since it went down. I know it came back, and a lot of people were going back to the platform, but I'm not willing to. I mean, I don't do anything wrong, so I shouldn't care so much about them forfeiting my data to the government. But because they already did that, I don't want to hang out with them. I don't want to hang out with them. You know, it's like finding out your buddy's an informant for the cops or something, and it's like you don't necessarily do anything wrong, but you also don't want to go hang out at that buddy's house anymore. You're just like, oh, that's you? Well, I'll talk to you later. And then just never come back. It's not that you're doing anything wrong. You just don't want to be caught in that web of nonsense going on. And, yeah, that's what Parler did. Sam, our country is primed for an attack. There's soft and stupid people running everything. The border is wide open. There's pro-Islamic tearing down America or American flags on Veterans Day, and we're heading towards the biggest Christian holiday. Yeah. I think it's really weird how everything shifted. You know, it was the white supreme pizzas are the worst things in America ever, and blah, 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 and then the Black Lives Matter protests happened because all the damn white people and all this stuff. And then all that just went away. And now it's Middle East stuff, Jewish people, and Christian people, and some sort of verses happening in the middle. And that seems to be all that's happening right now. It's like nobody cares about white supreme pizza. Nobody cares about BLMers anymore. It's all about the Middle East and these two religious groups. And I don't have anything to do with any of that. And I just feel weird. I'm like, wait a minute, so you guys don't hate me because of my skin color right now? Is that going to come back? Should I still have that kind of buffer there in case you guys decide to go back to doing that? Or am I just in the clear? As long as I'm not wearing a cross or the Star of David, then I'm not included anymore. Like the division, the divisive tools at hand have switched. And it's not really a skin color thing right now. It's a religion thing. And people who are very religious as an identity feel some type of way right now. Because, you know, in the Bible and in history, they talk about, you know, killing Christians and this makes you a martyr and all this stuff. And so a lot of people are like, is it time? Is it time to die for Jesus? And people are thinking things like that. Like these, you know, is another sign of the end times. But at the same time, a lot of this is dictated by our government and these evil villains that we have that are behind, hitting levers behind the scenes, making things happen, like Soros and those people where they go out there and they campaign on who to hate and all this stuff, creating ruckus in town and burning buildings down and stuff. They're told to do that. I don't really see a lot of this happening in other places as much as I see it happening right now in America. And like I said, everybody's all been out of shape about the Middle East. But it was fuck white people a couple months ago. Where did that go? That just doesn't matter anymore? It's just not a thing anymore? Everybody's worried about anti-something or other, whatever, rhetoric. It just switched like that, huh? we don't care about skin color anymore? It's all religion now? Okay. It's weird how that happened. So, I don't know. I just, it's a lot easier to observe this happening considering I'm not in it. You know, it's one thing when everybody's hating skin color because then you're just brought into it based on your appearance. But looking at me, most people don't assume any kind of religion or anything like that. So that means that I'm not just default included in these problems. These problems really don't have anything to do with me. So it's easier to sit back and kind of be like, what the fuck are y'all doing over there? Why do you care so much about this stupid shit? You don't have bills to pay? Have you seen how much food costs? Have you seen how much gas costs? You don't have problems, so you're crying about other people's problems? Well, that sounds really stupid. I mean, at least they're not trying to transition our kids this month. You know, there's not a whole lot of parading around, turning their wieners inside out happening right now. People are worried about 6-pointed stars and crosses today. So that's, I mean, I guess we get a little break of them hunting our kids down, maybe. Or maybe it's just happening behind the scenes and they just got new branding going on for religion stuff. I'm not sure. Just keeping my eyes on who hates what and why. Finding the why is really difficult, but we're getting there. Keeping our eyes on things. Let's read through the chat before we move forward. 47 people over on Rumble. Maybe Rumble's coming back. I've been kind of scared to refresh the page. Oh, there we go. It fired right up on that one. Maybe Rumble's coming back. They let me do my thumbs up. I wonder if they made an announcement on Twitter. I don't think we're live on Twitter right now. Unfortunately, because these services I pay so much money for suck. 13 minutes ago, update number 2, services are restored. The world doesn't like freedom of expression, but we will hold the line for as long as we need to. Here's a map highlighting where a good portion of the attacks are coming from. And I want to say that's China. That's the map they posted. Like, not even 15 minutes ago. So Rumble's back. Rumble's back up. Those little highlights are where the DDoS attacks are coming from. I can see that stuff too on my website. We get hit regularly on the website. Somewhere it's like 3,000 attacks happen to my site every day. And think about how many people have never even heard of my website. They don't even know that I exist. And we get hit all the time. Russia, Middle East, France. France is a lot. France is a big target for me, and I don't know why. People in France are constantly trying to hit me all the time. But we don't have those kind of problems. I got a lot of security on my stuff. So, like, they hit, and there's, like, a time limit. So if they hit my, like, brute force my logins by, like, hitting random codes and stuff, trying to get through the login, if you hit like 3 or 4 times quicker than a person could do it by hand, their IP address is automatically banned. Like, I don't even know. It just happens automatically because of the security I have. So I'll see like big hits coming from a certain city in France, and then the next day we won't get hit at all by that city because they used all their resources to try to crack the site, and instead they got all their IP addresses all banned and stuff. But the cyber warfare is crazy. It's crazy. There's so much stuff happening in silence that you don't even know is happening. Like, you don't realize it unless you're on the back end of a website or you're on the back end of a server and you see how many pings you're getting every hour and stuff. And you're like, holy crap. Like, my website, the majority of traffic is attacks. People trying to attack the site and they just can't because of the layers of security we have. And I can't imagine what it would be like if we were big like Rumble. Or if we were big like a big platform with hundreds of thousands of users and stuff. Being attacked would be rough. It'd be rough. Because it slows down your server. Because to the server, they just think these are people trying to log into their accounts. Like, the server itself doesn't really realize it's under attack. It's just under a load. There's a ton of people trying to access the site, and it slows your website down. And the hackers use that strategically, which is why you can go to Rumble, but then you get these error pages. And you're like, well, what's going on? The server believes there's too many users, when in reality it's bots. They're programs hitting the site over and over again. It's rough stuff. Somebody needs to step in and do something. We need laws against this stuff. We need an actual office, an agency that is combating this. They try to say the FBI is. They have complaint forms and websites and stuff that you can go and file a complaint to the FBI, give the IP address of the people hacking you, any information you can provide to them, but nothing says that they're actually going to do anything about it. Like, how is it any different than writing a letter and throwing the letter in the trash can? Like, you don't know that they're actually going to do anything. And like I said, we get hit like somewhere between 3,000 and 5,000 times a day. Like, I want to file that many forms. I don't want to. I'll just say that right now. I don't want to. So we need something that we don't have that is, you know, to prevent these attacks from happening on the internet. It sucks. They want everything on the internet, but we're not safe on the internet, and we have no constitutional rights on the internet. But they want us here. Like, I don't know. It's no good. It's no good. Just reading through. Disco. It's a bunch of peaceful migrants in France. Yeah. Yep. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. Dust. We're getting error 500s when we try to join. Yeah. It's because of the server being overworked by bots. Iceberg posting the titties over here on Odyssey. That's one way to get viewers over here. Oh, you got tops and bottoms. You're gonna piss Snooks off. The AR did nothing wrong. You're right. Iceberg. We stand back and watch people that want us to stand back. I mean, I guess. Gotta keep your eyes on. Eyes on, head on swivel. Well, I don't know what this is. Malgatti, you think the cops are Nazis? I love when people say that. Because, like, I've had terrible experiences with cops, but I don't think that cops are Nazis. I think that there's just bad people in the world. I know if something ever bad happens to you, the first thing you'll do is call the police. And you'll want them to show up with their big scary guns and all that stuff. So, I don't know. I always think that's funny when people are like, cops are Nazis. Like, have you ever fired a gun? Because if not, don't say cops are Nazis, because no one's coming to save your ass, and you can't save yourself if you can't fire a gun. So, I mean, I'm just saying. That's funny. People crack me up. Frank, RoboCops. I don't know why I didn't even think of that. That is RoboCops. It's lame, though. You know, it's not like RoboCop back in the 80s and 90s. You'd think by now we would have something like that. Elon probably does. You know, if you think of like Steve Jobs and all that and the way that their homes are, half these wealthy people, when they kick the bucket, you find out their house is like the Wonka factory. There's just weird, crazy stuff going on that you've never seen before. I wonder what Musk has going on in half of his facilities. He probably does have RoboCops, stuff like that. He probably has a bunch of weird erotica stuff, just because he's a little weird. He's a little weird. Zero, Cardi B was yelling about the budget cuts. I seen that. I don't know why she gets involved in politics. It must be the spotlight, because every time she gets in politics, everybody blows up. They're like, dumbass booty shaking Cardi B was talking about the president today, was talking about the border today, and I mean, she gets those headlines, but that's got to be it. She made a video yesterday or the day before. She was like, if something bad happens to me, it's because I'm telling the truth. I'm like, oh shit, you better get that schwack tattoo like McAfee. Out here telling the truth. That's a dangerous thing nowadays. That'd be crazy if Cardi B got schwacked. Well, we found her hanging from a doorknob today. Found a deletion letter in her pocket a week later. Mindhunter, China's big on robots. Yeah. We're going to put all these robots up and then China's going to hijack them. No mandates, just say no to feds. Glimmer Freak, Derek was already denied a new trial. I seen that he was Derek Chavez or Chauvin. I can't remember what his last name is now. Yeah, I seen that he was trying to get a new trial because there's a coroner report saying that George Floyd did not die from asphyxiation, meaning he was not strangled to death. And so now he's trying to get a new trial because they're saying that there is no evidence that he actually killed anyone. But I don't think that Minnesota or whoever, I don't think they're going to let that happen. I don't think so. I think that the whole reason it all went the way it did was to get the protesters what they wanted. I think no matter how the court trial was going to go, no matter the evidence that they pulled, no matter the testimonies, the footage, I feel like no matter what, Derek was going down. He was being sacrificed to the protesters because otherwise there would have been more fire in the streets, and they didn't want that. Because why look like a racist assisting a racist and then have your city burned down when you could look like the hero and you're putting the cop in jail because all cops are bastards, and not just this cop being a bastard, but he's a murderer. Not just a murderer, but he's a murderer of a black person. And so if you put this guy in jail, well, no more fire in your streets, you're a hero, and you put Nazis in jail according to the protesters. So which path are you going to pick? Well, we see. They wanted to be the hero. They didn't want to do justice. They didn't want to play the game of justice. They wanted to play the game of optics. And so they played it accordingly. All right, we're going to move forward. I got to check on something really quick. All right, so this next one's titled Pentagon Fails Audit for the 6th year in a row. What's the point of the audit? If they just keep failing, what's the point of the audit? All right, hooligans, let's get it started.
Another year gone by, another Pentagon audit failed. The Defense Department's taking a sizable chunk of your paycheck. However, it's unable to prove how it's actually spending those tax dollars. Tom Dempsey explains what auditors found or didn't find in its annual evaluation of the Pentagon's budget. Tom, you would think this much money, most Americans, we can't do anything about it, but we are demanding answers.
A lot of money we're talking about here, Adrian. For the 6th year in a row now and counting, the Pentagon has failed its yearly audit. Look, the Department of Defense has around $4 trillion in assets. We're talking about weapons and other supplies. But this audit report found that around half of those assets can't be accounted for. Federal government agencies face yearly audits as determined by federal law. And look, the Pentagon, like I said, has failed 6 years in a row. According to the Department of Defense, the Pentagon passed 7 of its 29 sub-audits this year. The Department of Defense makes up more than half of all U.S. discretionary spending, and auditing the Pentagon can be tough due to the department's size and scope. But with government spending continuing to be under a microscope as Congress works to pass a long-term deal and address the debt ceiling, criticism rolled in about this audit finding. Republican House Majority Whip Tom Emmer posted to social media, quote, "Government agencies need to be held to the same standard as any business in America. This is unacceptable." Meantime, Alabama Republican Representative Barry Moore also posted to social media, writing, quote, "The Pentagon receives $1 trillion in taxpayer funds annually, but can't pass a simple audit. No wonder we're nearly $34 trillion in debt." In response to the audit findings, Pentagon staff recently said the results gave a big opportunity to improve. Take a listen.
We're working on improving our process. While it wasn't the results that we wanted, we certainly are learning each time an audit passes, and it's a continuing and ongoing process that this building is assessing.
We will note, too, that the same number of sub-audits failed last year as compared to this year. And now a group of Republican and Democratic lawmakers are working on a proposal that would ensure that the Department of Defense passes its annual audit. Guys.
Thank you for watching. Go to News Nation now.
So what's the point of the audit? Normally you audit things to make sure everything is running as it should be, and if it's not, you put forth why can't I talk today? Chicken bacon, chicken bacon, chicken bacon, chicken bacon, bacon, chicken bacon, chicken bacon, chicken bacon, chicken, chicken bacon, chicken bacon, chicken bacon, chicken bacon, bacon, chicken bacon, chicken bacon, chicken bacon, chicken. Okay, let's see if it works now. Normally you do an audit so you can put forth effort to fix whatever's wrong during the audit, right? It doesn't normally happen during the audit, but you do the audit, you say these things failed, you're going to have to work on it. This is what we suggest you do to fix these issues. We'll be back to do another audit. That's normally what they do. Federal government has failed to audit 6 years in a row. That means even when Trump was around, they still couldn't tell you what they were doing with our doll hairs. How's that okay? Like, how is that okay? That's our money. That's our money. And not only are they sending it overseas, but they can't even tell us what they are doing with it when they're not sending it overseas. They're obviously not making things better for us here. That's obvious. That's real obvious. And it makes me wonder, how great could America be if they did do that? Like, just imagine if they actually spent our doll hairs usefully on things that matter to us, things that benefit America as a whole. It could be crazy. We might be able to, like, fix homelessness. We might be able to solve people being drug addicts. I mean, the possibilities are endless. But no, we don't know what's happening with those dollars. They're just missing. They end up in the pockets of politicians. That's what I think happens to them. But why is there no consequence? Why is there no consequence? That's our money. And it feels like just as bad as if you gave your money to the bank, you go to check the bank, your money's gone, and the bank just goes, fuck you, too bad. And then you just go, I guess I don't have my money anymore. You just eat shit. Go home and eat shit. Well, that's what it is. The government's doing that to us. We are required to give them money. We're not just giving them money willy-nilly like you would a bank account. We're required to do that. We have to. Or we'll end up just in the same position as the J6ers. We'll be in the gulag. You don't want to owe the government money. They come for you. Like, they do everything but take it out of your flesh. And it depends who you ask. But then they can't even give us receipts on it. They can't even tell us. They can't even lie to us. They can make fake charts for the White House. But they don't even come up with fake charts. They just go, we don't know where your money is. It's just gone. Don't worry about it. Keep giving us tax money or else. So what's the point of the audit? Just to laugh at us? So we could acknowledge that they're not doing right by us? What's the point? Why even tell us they failed the audit? They're not going to do anything about it. I don't know. The lack of accountability is getting really old. Anyways, we're going to read through the chat really quick before moving forward. This next one's about Governor Abbott and how he endorsed President Trump yesterday, because President Trump went to the border to hang out. Well, he didn't go there just to hang out, but you know. He's doing presidential stuff. He's over there doing that. Sam, have more people joined the website? It seems like it's gotten more active by Hooligans. We have had a couple new people join over on the website, and I have noticed that it's been more active, and I like it. I like it a lot, actually. I had like 5 or 6 messages from the website yesterday, all by different people, and I thought, oh no, something must be broken, and I'm gonna have to go fix it. What is it? And it was everybody saying good morning to each other, and I was like, that's so fucking awesome. I've been waiting over a year for something like that to happen, to be like, wow, everybody is hanging out on the website. That's so awesome. I love that. That made my heart smile yesterday. I have noticed there is more activity on the website, and it's great. I really wish more people would try it, but I think that when people try the website, they stop by when nothing's happening. And so they make an account, they show up, they're like, what is this new world we're in? And then there's nothing going on because we don't have a whole lot of people on the website. So then they're like, well, nothing's happening, and then they leave, and then we go live the next day, and then they just go back to YouTube or Twitch or wherever they normally watch, and they don't actually hang out on the website, because that's the best place to watch the live. It's not just because I built it, because that's a great reason on its own, but it literally has the best of everything. It's the best chat, the best video player out of everything, out of all platforms. It's even better than Rumble. And it's like, try it, and people don't. And I mean, the social media part of it and all that, I think all of it's great. And a lot of hooligans have told me that they thought it's great, or they think it's great. But I think to new oncoming hooligans, it's just so much to absorb. And there just isn't a whole lot of direction going on. There's nothing really pulling you